Well, they are the places maybe you've always wanted to go but can't. And tonight, we take you along for the ride.
We can't get any higher than this.
No, this is it. This is the tip top of the state capitol.
That's just one local spot considered off limits to the public.
But tonight you have an all-access pass, as CBS 13's Tony Lopez tells us what's it like to go there.
Watch as a colony of fruit bats makes their move. It's time to munch some lunch at the Sacramento Zoo. Now, whether you think this is creepy or cool, you gotta admit, it's as close to a bat cave as you can get.
You get to interact with animals that people don't often see on a daily basis. Every day is different, which is great.
And so begins our great adventure, where we go places that are usually off limits. The Tower Bridge, the Capitol Dome. But let's start where some animals call home.
Well, hello and welcome to the Sacramento Zoo's Keeper Kitchen. Come on in and we'll show you what's going on here.
A lot is going on. This is where all the food is prepped for the zoo's 600-plus animals.
Alex is hard at work sorting fish. Just like on Dirty Jobs, there's always parts of the zookeeping world that aren't as fun as others.
The food, fresh or frozen, is kept behind 3 doors. Behind door number 1, mostly produce.
Here in door number 2 is where we have our dry storage. Not only is that where we keep a lot of our dry grain, it also has insects. So these are worms, technically the larval stage of the darkling beetle.
The worms, we're told, are like candy for the animals. Door number 3 is the freezer, which includes things like nuts and frozen meat, some standard stuff like this tube of beef for the big cats, and some meat that won't show up on your dinner plate.
And then we have buckets of mice, because a lot of our animals eat rodents.
Designing a menu for 140 different species is a tall order, kind of like our next zoo attraction, the giraffe exhibit.
Now think of this as the giraffe's front yard. As you can see, the public can get up close and personal. They can feed the giraffes. There's 2 public encounters every day. Now you're not allowed to pet them, but we wanted to go back there where the giraffes live.
We're here in our fancy giraffe barn, where we have a wide variety of stalls to help move our giraffes around.
The barn is where these beauties can be separated if need be, and a place to keep warm. It's also where vets can give medical attention to the sometimes 2,000-pound animal.
So the giraffe is secure in here. There's enough space for them to move around so they don't feel threatened. But that way we can open up this one, maybe get a look at just a front leg. This over here can be used to maybe get a look at the shoulder.
Upstairs in the loft, zoo staff can get a bird's eye view of their big buddies, and the giraffes can get a good look at our camera, which they're clearly not used to seeing in their house. Now let's climb to a view we're not used to seeing. From the command center of the iconic symbol of Sacramento, the Tower Bridge. Scott Bennett has been the drawbridge operator for 14 years. It can be a lonely job.
Yeah, you're up here by yourself for most of the time. You're no one to talk to or anything.
We were happy to talk to him on his perch, about 30 feet above the road, 70 feet above the water. We're inside this door. After you make your way down this long, narrow catwalk, the first thing you'll see is a series of cameras.
We use these to monitor, to stop traffic and keep people off the bridge when we're going to raise.
But that raise is hardly happening at all during the drought. Scott has gone from raising the bridge 30 to 40 times a month to, get this, just 2 or 3. The low water level is giving boats a 30-foot clearance. We weren't lucky enough to have a big boat come our way during our visit, but we got more than lucky with our final stop. From the bridge, we can see where we're going next. Yep, the tippy top of the Capitol Dome.
You're now entering an unmarked door in the state capitol.
Now, the only people allowed up here, legislators and their guests with permission.
So this is where the public can't go?
Correct.
Our tour guide, Assemblymember Ken Cooley, who was a young legislative assistant during the dome restoration in the late 1970s.
So here we head on into the upper dome. Got these ship's ladders that take us up probably 50 feet from where we started.
3 levels later, we're still not at the top, but time to open another door.
It swings out, you make sure it doesn't swing you off the stairs.
You know this beautiful view you get from inside the Capitol? Well, this is the outside of that vaulted ceiling, with bricks dipped deep in history.
So this brick dates to the 1870s. Wow. Right here in front of us.
Time for another climb to the very top.
And this is the round window that you see when you look up. And this is very traditional construction in a dome. It's a double dome construction, so if you're on the inside looking up, the scale is nice. You don't feel like you're looking through a huge tube. From this window, which I say is called the oculus, and it's the top of the lower dome, to the next dome is another 90 feet.
Where are we going now?
Okay, this is just the outer ring. So let's go take a circuit around that.
Looking out from this level, even though we're not there yet, is pretty incredible.
Right above us, the dome starts, the copper dome. Okay. So we're the railing right beneath the dome when they look at this here.
Wow.
We even see where Mother Nature left her mark.
And the lightning took out a chunk of concrete right there. That's what that is.
Sure did.
Kabang.
Back inside, we crack open a window.
So we're going to look down into the rotunda way below. And the black and white check, that's the ground floor. Way below us.
Then we spot our next climb, a narrow spiral staircase.
A little bit rickety. And at the top of that, there's actually a cover we will lift off, and then we'll be up in the cupola, right beneath that gold ball on a post.
Okay.
Off we go.
This is the original staircase.
See, it is moving a little bit.
Yeah. Above us is not quite sky. There is a cover over the cupola, but here we go. Top of the state capitol.
We can't get any higher than this.
No, this is it. This is the tip top of the state capitol.
Words don't do it justice. We can see for miles, and you can see why Sacramento is called the City of Trees. A picture postcard at every turn ends our picture-perfect adventure.
Now, there's more all-access footage that we didn't have time to show you, but you'll find that on our website, along with behind-the-scenes pictures that Tony took on his journey. Just go to our website.